Good afternoon and welcome to our Office of Human Capital Learn at Lunch series. I am Chris Miller, the Chief of Human Capital, and I thank you for joining us today. In today's session, we're going to be exploring the roles and responsibilities of human capital, who we are and what we do. Well, the Office of Human Capital works to recruit, develop, support, and retain the most effective, diverse staff. This is something that we do toward the benefit of our students, our families, our staff, and our great city. Norms for our sessions, I'm just asking our participants to keep yourself on mute, keep your video on if possible, use the chat to ask questions, and complete the exit feedback survey after today's session. The learning goals or objectives for today, there are three. One is to understand the OHC Learn at Lunch series. Two is to distinguish between human resources and human capital. And three, to explore the role of human capital in the Rochester City School District. Our Office of Human Capital Learn at Lunch series is intended to be a cross-functional professional development opportunity for staff within the Office of Human Capital. This will help us to ensure that we can be a more agile work team that's collaborative, that's better at problem solving, that we can ensure greater team retention within the Office of Human Capital, and that we can be improved relative to our resources and use of our resources, all of which contribute to the organization's success in the Rochester City School District, because staff within the Office of Human Capital impact and influence not only each other, but the entire staff in the school district, which ultimately has an impact on our students. Our goals are to ensure increased collaboration and communication, flexibility and adaptability, talent retention and career development, and the efficient use of our resources within the Office of Human Capital. These sessions will occur every Wednesday. The full schedule is in the meeting invite and on our website. All sessions will be recorded and posted on our Office of Human Capital website. We're doing this because it's critically important that we have clarity and that we have opportunities for growth and learning. And when future members join our team, they will have access to these resources, as well as other leaders within the district and the community which we serve. The entire comprehensive cross-functional schedule is on this slide. It's also in the meeting invite. And this is our Learn at Lunch series for the 2023-2024 school year. As you review it or look at it, you can see that it is quite comprehensive and that this will be a commitment of our time over the next year. Again, you can find this full schedule in the meeting invite, and it and future session recordings and presentations will be posted publicly on our Office of Human Capital website. So let's dig right in. What I want to start with is really a delineation about the differences between human resources and human capital. And so the next couple of slides are going to contrast human resources versus human capital. I encourage you to review these because these items highlight where we have been working to go over the last several years and the emphasis of our work for the future. And that is an emphasis on strategy and relationships to transform the Rochester City School District. Human resources in a school district is primarily focused on administrative tasks, such as those related to hiring, payroll, benefits, and compliance with labor laws and regulations. That's human resources. Human capital, in the context of a school district, places a stronger emphasis on the development, growth, and overall effectiveness of our educational workforce, which includes teachers and other staff. Human resources on its own typically deals with transactional processes, helping people with certain tasks, right? Ensuring that they're paid on time, ensuring that they know how to use and access their absences or benefits, or helping them with issues that they might have related to their employment. Human capital, on the other hand, and human capital management seeks to optimize the quality and the impact of the educational workforce so that we get the best out of our employees so that they have improved and increased impact and influence on student learning outcomes. We're all working in a school district to benefit students and the needs of students and families. So human capital management involves not only transactional HR work, but initiatives that are more strategic, like professional development for staff, mentoring programs, and other strategies to enhance staff effectiveness and educator effectiveness, because that is what's going to have the greatest impact on student achievement. In a school district, this distinction between human resources and human capital lies in that strategic approach, which goes beyond human resources administrative functions to ensure that the workforce contributes positively to the educational goals and outcomes that we set. And so we in the Office of Human Capital have a real need and to connect and directly have an impact on what our staff does in the service of students. So on this next slide, I emphasize the transactional versus the strategic. Human capital is anchored in this idea that we believe in people, right? And that each of us plays a role in developing people. Human capital is not only about the function of this office, but human capital is rather how the best of each of us works to support and grow others in this school district, how we work with people, how we partner with people, how we lead people. And so everyone in the school district can be engaged and involved in human capital work. Under a human resource model, you've got folks within the human resource office doing that transactional work. Human capital strives to ensure that all our leaders in the organization are having an impact on human capital work. The office itself, the Office of Human Capital, works to provide technical assistance and leadership across the district, but more importantly, ensures strategic efforts over this transactional work only. Transactional human capital work in a school district, again, involves that day-to-day work, such as recruitment and payroll processing and benefits management, with a focus on compliance and operational efficiency. Strategic human capital work is more proactive, it's longer term, and it emphasizes the development, growth, and effectiveness of the workforce. With that, here's a delineation just to show it a little bit differently of things that are more transactional versus things that are more strategic. And many of the things in that blue column, the strategic work, those are things that we have been focused on over the last several years to really transform what we do, how we do it, and how we impact everyone in the organization. Now, that's not to say that human resources or transactional work is a negative thing or it's something that we need to move away from. Not at all. Rather, the combination of effective customer service driven transactions and the combination of strategic, innovative human capital work ensures that we have a more comprehensive human capital system. Human resources and human capital are two essential components in the school district, and we need to ensure that we're doing both particularly well. Together, they ensure that the district can attract and support and develop a capable workforce that maintains operational and legal compliance. So on this slide, you see a life cycle from recruitment through retirement, emphasizing the life cycle impact that human capital staff have on our school district. When you think about the impact that our team has on all our staff, it's literally from the moment of recruitment until the individual's retirement. And that underscores the pivotal role that each of us in the Office of Human Capital plays in shaping the quality of education and the work experience throughout an employee's career. All of this work is about ensuring the best, that we care for, that we develop, that we support our staff, and that we are working in the service of our students, families, staff, and our great city. To ensure that our Office of Human Capital can meet the needs of the school district, we have 4 teams with a strategic human capital focus. Each of these teams are highlighted on this slide. One is the recruitment, selection, and retention team. And that team is focused on finding diverse talent that matches the needs of the district. And part of that work is to not only ensure strategic recruitment, but also strategic retention. Second team that we have within the Office of Human Capital is the employee benefits team. And the employee benefits team ensures that our staff and our retirees and their dependent family members on the benefits plan are cared for, valued, and respected. The benefits team leads a CARES campaign and a staff wellness campaign. Our staff and educator effectiveness team is a new team within human capital to ensure that we are ever strategic. And this team drives staff effectiveness with evaluation, feedback, mentoring and coaching and professional development. Essentially, they ensure the best of our people by ensuring the growth of our people. And then last, we have the staff relations team. Staff relations ensures a positive, productive work community. They help to lead customer service and manage staff records. What this looks like relative to a specific organization chart, you can see here. On this, you see the various teams that we have, and within recruitment, selection, and retention, we're split the divide between civil service staff, and which are more on the operational side of the organization versus the educator side, such as teachers, paraprofessionals, and teaching assistants. Each of these teams works together to support the human capital needs of the district. The emphasis of our work, and we've talked a lot about this in recent years because of the incredible staff shortages and challenges that we see in staffing, has been to focus on ensuring recruitment and intention, because everything that we do as a school district either attracts or discourages prospective staff, and everything that we do is either attracting or discouraging current staff. And so it's really that simple. And when we think about our work that way, that everything has an impact, we want to ensure that the impact that we're having is a positive one to ensure recruitment and retention. This slide breaks that down a little bit further, and this is something that we'll explore later throughout the Learn at Lunch series. But this speaks to the mindsets, levers, and processes that exist within strategic human capital. And if you look at this image, you can see a variety of those things. And each of us within the Office of Human Capital plays a role in these, in shaping and impacting and improving these mindsets, levers, and processes. And so as we go through this series, we will explore these a bit further with other folks contributing to that work. All of that we need to put in the context of the Rochester City School District. We are all part of this system where we have 52 pre-K sites, 45 schools, and 10 alternative programs serving over 23,000 students and 5,400 full-time staff. We are a diverse district with over 75 languages and a student population that is 90% students of color, and yet a teaching workforce that is 25% of color. So we have work to do relative to changing that context. The other big area of importance, as I mentioned, has been the strategic addition of human capital's educator and staff effectiveness team. This is important work to ensure that our teachers and leaders and other staff are growing and developing, and that they're receiving feedback and support so that we can have the best staff in the school district. And then lastly, critical to our efforts is that of ensuring great customer service. Principals in schools are who we serve. Principals are the single most important talent that we have in our school district besides our students, and the role that principals play is critical to the success of our students. And so the Office of Human Capital must support principals well, because where it matters is in the school. We in central office exist to support our principals and their schools, and customer service is critical to that. Principals need to engage with us, and we need to align our resources to support principals so that they get what they need when they need it. To do that, we realign to ensure support behind principals. And so every principal has a director of staff relations and a recruiter who is aligned to a chief of schools and that chief of schools network of schools. These relationships are critical. So with that, this was intended to be a brief highlight overview of the Office of Human Capital with our Learn at Lunch series. There will be other sessions that will delve deeper into some of the ideas and concepts that were introduced here today. At this time, I would ask all of our participants to go into your meeting invite, to click on the survey, to complete it. And I want to thank everyone for participating today. The work that we do in the Office of Human Capital is critical to impacting our students, our staff, our families, and our great city. Thank you and have a great day.